So, liebe Leute, dann herzlich willkommen zurück zu Shadowrun Honker. Dann können wir endlich unsere Truppe mal aufs letzte Level bringen. No consume spirits and imbue has a 50 per continuity gold for 20 HP. Mhm. Confirm. Sabotage. So, das. Ach, gehen wir weiter auf Level Force. Da nehmen wir das. Hier. Mhm. Das. So. Dann wollen wir mal weitergehen hier. Body Strength. So, das reicht, glaube ich, aus. Was hast du noch zu sagen? A pair of dead-eye trances lean against the Abaddon car that's shoulder slumped. A pile of stuffed bags lie in a head on the sidewalk, spilling into the rain choke gutter. The smaller of the pair looks down or should that his bags are getting soaked and does nothing. Seems like he is too exhausted to care. The shorter of the transit slowly shifts his attention. His voice comes out hollow and empty. You are one of Shanks? It isn't a question. What it's to you? Well, hopefully she'll let you leave. He nods his head towards her. Then, that's what we are doing. Get the hell out of here while we still can. If you're smart, you follow us away with our alpha brain is getting out of this place. Believe me, I'm thinking about it. Smart man. I'll be going now. Sure. Schimmerstein. Let's get out of here. Na gut. Dann sollten wir mal zu Auntie hin. Na, gucken, ob sie noch irgendwas für uns hat. Was sinnvoll ist, was wertvoll ist, was nützlich ist. Ach, alle wieder versammelt, mal wieder. Na, Hallöchen, Popöchen. The walk through the young parlors punctuated by tantalizing smell of cockerel nut and fried confection. Your crew surrounds kindly chatting with watching uncomfortably as they peels small egg-shaped delicacies from a waffle-like pastry and pops them into her mouth. Each time she does, her eyes close in ecstasy, and soft sounds come from her throat. There you are. Your crew here tells me that you were able to locate and interrogate the plastic faced man. The stretched sandal's eyes narrow and her wristy voice takes an ejected. They have told me he has carried this position, however. I assume everything went as I instructed. Yes, only we took one of Josephine's pieces off the board. Kindly Cheng's nostrils fill out with a sharp inhale and her eyes glisten in triumph. That was for your nature. I trust you got something useful out of him. We got plenty. Who sounds eager? Gave us a data. A dump on everything you know about Prosperity Tower, first-hand info. Jolphine's headquarters? She puts down her pastry, wraps her nose, considering. That could be useful, I suppose. What do you intend on doing with it? We're gonna rescue Raymond. He's alive, aren't he? Just like I said he was. So Josephine holding him there. She's doing something to his brain. Something to his brain? She takes another bite of her pastry. What is that old bitch up to now? Based on the memory that Mr. Plastic shouted, it looks like she's trying to rewire her son's memory using something called ASSIST, Artificial Sensory Education System technology. It allows the user to record, process, and feed this genetic sensory input to the brain. Like a Simpson ship? Yes, auntie. It is the technology that led to the Simpsons. It also what allows stackers to enter the Matrix and grants regards a no connection to the drones. An expert assist technical could alter someone's personality, memory, even identity. I guessing expert like that don't grow on trees? Definitely not. Changing someone's memory requires a world-class expert and assist and a massive amount of computing power. I'm not sure what they are doing to him, but I'm guessing that his mom wants him to forget something, or to remember it definitely. We got to get Raymond before he isn't Raymond anymore. The means are enough on Prosperity Tower. Isabel and I have been studying the data plastic phase. Gave us about it. Lots of good intel to mine there. How do we stop this assisting from rewiring Raymond? All we know is that an assist device is located in Lab 12. It's the only one in the building. No, I am dubbed that Grandpa will just hand over the passcodes to the system if we ask nicely. So we'll need a Decker to access the assist device and eject him from the system safely before she scrambles his brains. That sounds dangerous. Either that or leave him to Josephine, and that can't happen. Tag me to me about the security setup. How do we get to Raymond? The key is to the separations are the three security stations located on different floors. The matrix system in these security stations are the command and control hubs for the entire building security. As such, they are the best place to find out where Raymond Black is being held. That's all we got on his location? All we know is that he's being held somewhere called Lab 12, but where that is or how to get in there is something we'll need to figure out on site. If things go hostile, the best thing to do is get to an alarm panel or a matrix security node and shut things down. If we notice, we'll have a brief window to cut things the link to the alarm system. If we do that, it will isolate the whole floor from the security system. The rest of the building won't know what's happening there. If the alarm goes off and we cut the link to the alarm system, we can spoof the system. Tell it we've moved to another location. That might work once or twice, but if we spoof too many alarms, they will figure it out. What's about the guards? Quantity training, standard corp security for the most part, but Sheng has a rapid response squad for high priority events. That will be us. Is Goblet right? Do you think an intrusion into Lab 12 will qualify as a high priority event? Judging by the way Grandma Cheng took out Carter, gunshot, and Nightshade, I'd say she isn't interested in anyone getting anywhere near her son, except to face Shang's elite security once we find them. How long is this brief window to cut the alarm? Maybe for 30 seconds, maybe less, if the network isn't cluttered with traffic. It's the failsafe so security doesn't stampede all over the building if a janitor forgot to close the door. What else do we have on the security stations themselves? Staffing, weakness. Only one thing worth mentioning. Isabel looks over to Wu. The only way into a security station is with a key card, and guards on each floor carry a card to the station on that floor. So we can get a card by taking them out, but there may be other ways of getting a key card. Like I said, the security stations are the key to this operation. Provide multiple opportunities to exploit the system and determine how to approach the rest of our cursor. The security stations are high priority, just check. We want to take them fast before they have a chance to respond. So, which station do we hit first? The little decker purses her lips. No way to know. We'll need to take one of them and use it to determine our next step. It's like we have directions to find a map. That's all I need to know about security. Let's hope it's enough to give us an edge. How do we make our approach? Fortunately, Prosperity Tower is one of Chang's lower security locations. It's mostly administrative marketing, this sort of thing. That's good, kindly turns to her enforcer. Mr. Bauer, give the runners this old Chang security passive you used on that hijack last year. Yes, Mrs. Chang. They'll get them. These passes will get you to the lobby. The tripers pokes her fingernail between her teeth and dislodges a piece of pastry. You'll still have to explain your presence, so don't accept you to work too. What about the junk data you held on after the witching you ran, Isabel? Anything in there we can use? Good thing I'm already ahead of you. Scoured the leftovers of bookshring paperwork and found a way to change our status to special careers. We can use that to pose as a third-party bookshring uses to deliver important packages. That worked for a while, but we can't accept to stay in cover for long. One way or another, things are gonna get hot. The loading dock sounds like just the edge we need. Let's do it. Okay, I'll get us bugged into the chunk system and print off some matching paper. All we need a van to make it look jiggy. Bow? Consider done. That's all we need to know. One thing. While I was helping Duncan verify as much of this data as I could, I decided to collect our marker with Bull and his team of runners. Good call, we need all the help we can get. Isabel looks up at Wu, her eyes big and round. Yeah, no kidding. Turns out Bull and our runner friends had sang a few months back. Low ran smash and grab for another corp. But they got a quick scan of the building matrix security before they rabbited. They give us data flags that pinpoint where the security nodes are located inside of Sang's system. So when we jack into the security station, we'll be able to make a direct attack on the security node. That could just buy us the seconds we need to cut the alarm link. Nice work. Kindly cuts and licking her fingers with loud smile. One more thing. While you're in the headquarters looking for anything we can use to incriminate or embarrass Josephine Chang, I want that. Something I can feed to an acquaintance on the executive council, someone who stands to gain from it. Right after I rescued my father. She pops another act feed into her mouth and her eyes closed, tight with play. Of course, my sweet, of course. Now go enjoy Prosperity Tower. Her smile is wolfish. And give Josephine Chang my regrets. Oh, 4 Karma-Punkte, nett. Kann ich vielleicht noch ein bisschen irgendwas Nützliches kriegen? Mir käme da eine Idee. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, gut. Charisma. Nehmen wir Corporate. Das könnte uns doch noch nützlich werden. Dann würde ich mal sagen, gehen wir hier mal kurz runter. Und dann würde ich schon sagen, kümmern wir uns in der nächsten Folge um den Tower. So, dann schaut vor und bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss.